Did you also have what you thought was a miscarriage here in this world? Because he shows me this little baby that's there that I keep seeing that never made it here in this world.
I've
But
never told anybody that.
know that your brother's here. The moment I was connecting, your brother's right behind you. And you know that, first of all, he says to me, Matt, he says, there's so much that I have to say to my sister. I know you were not expecting me to call on you today, and you were not expecting him to come through. Right away, when I'm connecting with him, Katarina, he keeps saying to me, Matt, you need to tell her, make up with the family, with the family. He says, I gotta be honest. He says, the one thing that I didn't want was for my death to cause more of a separation with our family and to cause more issues between all of us. That's what he keeps telling me. He keeps saying when I'm connecting with him, Matt, he says, you need to tell her that I'm sorry. You need to tell her that I'm okay in spirit. And you also have to tell her, he says, that my main goal on the other side is to watch over her and to watch over our family here in this world. He says, and I don't like what I'm seeing. He tells me the family has been separated. He shows me there's been fighting amongst everybody. He says, and my death didn't help anything.
Yeah.
It's really tough because when I'm connecting with him, right, even though he was your brother, he tells me that you felt this strong connection with him, almost like a mother energy. He tells me that you were always trying to protect him and watch over him.
Yeah, I was jealous of him, but we always slept together and everything.
He comes through for one reason. He says to me that the one thing is that when our loved ones go the other side, they're able to watch over us in our life and what's going on with you right now. He says, Matt, I want to let her know that on the other side, he says, I'm the one who's been sending her signs. He tells me that he's been reaching you in music and you hear music that reminds you of him. That's his way of letting you know that he's right there. And did you also have what you thought was a miscarriage here in this world? Because he shows me this little baby that's there that I keep seeing that never made it here in this world. Your brother is telling me this. He says, Matt, he says, I gotta be honest. Since my passing, he says, my sister has been going through such grief. And he tells me that you don't know how to handle it because you're not just grieving the loss of your brother. You're grieving that child that was lost. He shows me you're grieving all of these issues with your family that you try to pretend like it doesn't bother you. But he shows me that deep on the inside, you feel like you've been going through life yourself. Matt, he goes, it's all she's known. All she's known her whole life is to be independent. If she's not taking care of herself, nobody else is. He says, but what I want her to know is that now that I'm in spirit, he says, I get to be like a guardian angel. I get to watch over her every day. And the one thing that he doesn't want is for your anxiety, your fears, and your worries to hold you back. That's what he tells me.
What's weird is I started meditating a few years back and I seen him and he started telling me things that only I couldn't know. He was reading me text messages and telling me what other people were saying. And that was right when I had the miscarriage. And ever since then, I'll hear certain songs like that were played at his funeral. And for honest to God, for the longest time, I thought I was the one who killed him because he was 2 when he died. I thought I rolled over on him and I thought I killed him.
He tells me this. It's not about how he had died, right? It's about what's happening right here, right now. And all of the things that you're holding on to. You know, what your brother is telling me is this, is that since his passing, you know, it caused all these issues with the family. And he keeps telling me that it doesn't have to be this way. He keeps saying to me, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. And I got to tell you, what I love about doing readings like this is when I see things, right? And from your loved ones, when I see things that are good news, right? So for example, what I'm seeing is that your family does love you. And I see that they also want to heal. What's really caused the issue between you and between them has really been time. That people haven't talked in so long. They haven't communicated in so long. And everyone's just at that point where they don't know how. Your brother wants to let you know that it's time. Doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be tomorrow. But know that your brother is coming through with this message because he doesn't want you to have to go through life anymore alone, especially because you have family that love and care about you. He says to me, Matt, please let her know that his passing was not your fault. And he also says to me that, you know, from when he was younger, from when he was just a little boy, you were like a mother to him. He shows me you feeding him, taking care of him, doing all of these things. He says, and Matt, the reason why you're going through so much grief is when you had that miscarriage, it reminded you of when your brother was young and the pain of losing him.
I've never told anybody that.
Well, listen, what's crazy is this. okay, is that the things that we hold on to, the things that we don't tell anybody, sometimes those things cause us the most hurt and pain. And your brother's here right now to let you know that you can let go of them. Now, I also going to tell you something else, right? I was going to tell you things that they show me, even if I don't want to say it. I keep seeing the silly smoke. Are you smoking the silly smoke?
Yeah, every day.
Your brother said to me,
pain.
Your brother said to me, cut that shit out. He says to me that the one thing that he wants to let you know is this, right? Is that you've been holding on to all this pain, all of this hurt, all of this guilt, all of these things. And you've been trying to self-heal yourself by smoking the Mary J. But he keeps saying to me when I'm connecting with him, he says, Matt, please let her know that to release this anxiety, she needs to do just that. She needs to release it. He says, I'm letting her know in heaven that I'm okay. I'm letting her know in heaven that I'm not mad. And I'm letting her know in heaven that her family's not mad with her at all. They just don't know how to reach out to her. You don't know how to reach out to them. So what's tough is this, right? I can tell you these messages all I want, and they seem like it's so easy, but it's really difficult because you're the one who has to do the legwork. But your brother's telling me this. He says to me that when you feel like it's right and you reach out to your family, you will not be talking to them alone. With you, by your side, will be your brother in spirit.
Thank you.
Please know that he's there.